Hi my friends, this is a video to share an idea with you. I wanted to see how I could create something new and create a place where people can come and just be. And it might be a new channel. You could call it feeling the joy of peaceful living. So it would be videos that are very much focusing on simply feeling the now moment. So that's very much where I feel I've I've come to in my own life. I'm 62 years old now and feel it's been a pretty intense experience which I've shared on my two channels. I made a little Danish channel about eating meat and helping our digestive system, our body to heal. But I thought maybe starting afresh and really not being interested in making a big channel, because that's very much very deep in us humans, that we want something to grow and we want it to grow a lot. But maybe it's good to really enjoy the fact that something very small can be very useful. So it's not a matter of, and that's very much what Jesus came to say, every time you help one person or every time you sow a little seed, it can be something very big. So it can be very profound. So it's not a matter of size, it's a matter of maybe more depth. And so it's really spiritual awakening, realizing when we get to a certain point in life, things that mattered so much before don't matter anymore. You get to a point, that's where I feel I am now, where these big challenges which still are in my life, I sort of got my higher self or God, whatever it was, saying to me, it doesn't matter. It simply doesn't matter. And it's actually an incredible relief to get to that place where things just do not matter so much anymore. There's no reason to be upset. And so I can say for myself, I've spent so much time on being upset about how much energy I've wasted in a way. But nothing was wasted, everything was meant to be, as I see it. But when we get to this realization that what really matters is that I'm present and I'm authentic, that's all that really matters. It is such a relief, because life is messy and it will always be messy. From the day we're born till the day we leave this planet, it's going to be messy because because it was meant to be messy. And one of the big challenges for me was to realize to learn what's my responsibility and what's other people's responsibility. And when you're an empath, you want to help and help and help again. But as you move on and grow in life and awaken more and more, you realize that the greatest help you can give is to clean out your own traumas, your own sadness, your own upset with life, all the upset. Why is this happening? Why is she doing this? Why is he doing this? All this upset, to just let it go. And to be in this place of peace. That's the greatest thing I can do. That is the most helpful thing I can do. And so this new channel, which is to be, and I'll just see what maybe you have some suggestions for me, because it's really just an experiment to see, is this something that you can benefit from? I think this channel is not about helping other people, because that I really can feel the more I just let that go, the better life unfolds. So the whole concept of helping others, we also have to leave. And so it's more a matter of connecting. So, like in nature, when you plant one tree on a bare field, that tree is going to have a hard time growing to be a big, strong tree because there's no support. But when you plant 10 trees together, they're going to grow up real fast because they're all giving each other some support. So they're not, you can say they're helping each other, but you can also say they're growing together. So when the winds blow, the storms come, they have an enormous root system because they're spread out over an area, and wherever the wind comes from, they will support the others. They will give shelter to the others. And we also know, we really know with the plant world that they all are also communicating with each other. So we are social beings. We are, no matter how much you love being alone, because I love being alone, I really, really enjoy my own company, and it just feels very natural for me to be alone a lot of the time. It is also, for most of us, very, very wonderful to feel that we're together. And it doesn't really matter where, and that's what's so powerful, I think, about YouTube, is that you can find a video somebody made 10 years ago and feel incredibly connected to that person, because time really does not exist. So that video that you find it's actually that person speaking right now and sharing something that's really valuable for you right now. So distance doesn't matter, time doesn't matter, it's just a matter of feeling the connection. So this channel will be very much, just as much for myself, because I feel connected with you when I make the videos. And even somebody who's never seen one of my videos, we're all connecting on an energetic level. And so, yeah, it's just something I think would be interesting to and exciting to try, and see if this is something that's valuable, because it's very valuable for me to make the videos, and we'll see how many videos I can make in my daily life, but I think I will be able to make a few, because there is time for that. And yeah, so what I also will focus on in these videos, this new channel, will be the body, because we're spirit and we are matter, and when we're on the spiritual path we can often forget the body. And as I've mentioned before, you experience somebody who's really quite evolved and you can see that they've forgotten the body, that they're not thriving in their body. And I think this is really, really important to bring the body along, to realize that the body is also a part of our being. It's not separate. Our body is an expression of our spirit. It's our spirit expressing itself. And when the body looks depleted, feels sick, there's something in our spiritual life which is missing. There's the connection to the physical that we're forgetting. And so these simple things in life, as going for a walk and just feeling the body, having a meal and feeling what it feels like, finding the right foods, because we're actually, I think, that's really what happens on our journey. We feel we need to change our diet because our body just wants something different. And so having some focus on this and doing Qigong exercises together. So I've never been a big physical exercise person. It's never felt right for me. I like to walk, and I like to do jobs in the garden. I like to use my body in productive ways, but I don't like the actual pumping. It's never felt right for me. But I found that Qigong is really, really a wonderful practice, and that's because I think it's very gentle, and as you are doing physical exercises, you are very much focused on your own inner well-being. So you're actually focusing on, how do I actually feel as I do this stretching or this posture? How do I feel? Am I relaxed? And so there will be enormous focus on relaxation, because the more we relax, it's like relaxation is more or less the solution to everything. When we relax, the energy flows. When we relax, we feel peaceful. When we relax, we don't get upset in the same way, because we're already relaxed. And to be relaxed is is not something you just decide that for the rest of my life I'm going to be relaxed. Because the world around us is challenging us, people around us, things that happen in our own lives. There's always something, the mess of life. It's there. If we want to call it mess, we can also just call it waves on the top of the lake. These waves will always be there. And when we focus on being relaxed, we sort of, when a wave comes up, we quickly integrate it or just move past it. So we're aware that, okay, now I'm getting upset, something's happening. How do I move through this, feel the upset, release whatever emotion it is, and move on with my life and come back to, so you're coming back to relaxation. And that's what you do in Qigong all the time. You're always focused on this deep relaxation. And so you have this, when you are in this state of relaxation, you have the foundation for an amazing life. And so moving on, that's what I also will talk about, is creating what we want to create. And from this very relaxed, peaceful place where we're very, very present with ourselves, we can start creating if we want to. But really we have reached the goal, really, because it's being joyful and feeling good in our lives in this world is really the greatest thing you can experience. But if you also want to create something in the physical world, you can do that with your mind. And so sowing seeds of thoughts and images is also something I will be talking about. So yeah, I think this will be a lovely experiment. And I think that the most important thing about this new channel will be that you, whoever comes by and sits with me and is on the watching the film, that you feel connected and you feel have this feeling of being one of the trees amongst the other trees. So feeling very present, very alive, very valuable, and so that's really the main thing. It's the presence and the peace. So we will also be talking about what I've talked about so many times, cleaning up the old hurt, because I think as long as we live in this lifetime, there will be things that pop up, the upset from the past. It's going to pop up once in a while where we get upset about something, and it's not about the actual present situation, it's about something that's been hurting maybe for a very long time. That this situation that we've come to, that we are in, is really just inviting that old feeling up. So it's the hurt inner child we'll also talk a little bit about, but it's yeah, it's going to be a little part of that. So cleaning away whenever something comes up that comes from the past, that's really interrupting our peacefulness, to simply embrace it, because it's not dangerous. It's just something that just wants to be released. That's all it is. And because we came here to live this amazing life, and the only reason why it hasn't manifested yet completely is because we're holding on to something that's blocking it. Because the amazing life, all the peace, all the love, all the joy, all the well-being in body, mind and soul is there for us. So it's just practicing every day. So it's as it says in the Bible, pray continuously. It's a constant practice of being us, being right here, right now. So if that's something that you think would be nice to follow along with me there, please leave a comment, and yeah, I'll just see how I'm guided, but I think this is my idea, and I think it's exciting to try something and just see how it works, and instead of having something all worked out and then presenting it. And this will also be something without any money involved, because that's never been something I've been good at, and also it just leaves that disturbance out, because we are all contributing just by being here. That's the most powerful thing we can do, is really be there with our presence, because our energy is so valuable. It's cannot be compared to money, but money is also a wonderful energy, but that will not be a part of it. It will just be without money. So this is what I wanted to share, and yeah, please, if you have something and maybe some ideas, please let me know. So have a wonderful day. See you, my friend.